16. Day 16. Okay, cool. Today, I made it to London session, thank goodness, and I lost because my biases were all correct for the most part. But I made the first mistake was I got too excited by the amount of strong biases that I had today, mainly because it's kind of a new week opening gap kind of deal, and it just meant there was a lot of good price action for the most part on like ES, micro ES, micro Nasdaq, and JBP USD, and not JPY, not GJ. That was trash. Anyway, I got distracted, and so I decided I'm gonna have a look at all three at once. It meant my attention was divided across three different pairs, and so I couldn't focus, and my awareness on the trade that I ended up taking was just not there. It was suboptimal. I've done this before, but in that case, I actually was just searching for any kind of opportunity. Back then, I literally couldn't find any correct biases and all that. But in this case, the reason why my attention was divided was because I was just like, wow, there's just so many opportunities I can go for. Which one do I choose? In this case, I basically was, in a sense, forcing a trade. Not good thing to do. So that's a lesson learned. I'm just gonna really focus on only one pair and be willing to accept that if that pair has trash movement, ends up being trash, and the other one that I had a brief look at ended up being the good one, I just gotta accept that. And today I wasn't willing to accept that, and that's why my attention was divided. In the same sense, I kind of forced a trade today as well, because on GU, alright, the GU was clearly due for a sell-off, a major sell-off, because we were so overbought, and well, I was right, but I think in this case I was a bit too patient on the entry. This is probably because my attention was so divided that my awareness, my read on GU was just very weak. I wasn't aware that all my confluences were literally hit. I should have just entered right there, especially because my bias was so strong, and all the confluences, they all lined up. And it wasn't that I wasn't willing to, or it wasn't particularly because I was too patient. It was probably because I just wasn't aware, because my attention was so divided, and also because I think I was a bit too patient, and so I was waiting a little too much on all these things to line up when they already did. I already had enough to go for it, and so I missed the only real opportunity to enter there, which meant when I waited for an entry, was basically forcing a trade, waiting for a retrace of some sort, which was really bad retrace, because it ended up like, it only didn't even, I don't think it hit more than one take profit. It barely did, and so I ended up just losing because it just manipulated upwards. So yeah, that's a big learning day for me today. And yeah, so, but although I lost, I gained a lot of experience, gained a lot of knowledge, stuff that I didn't really know before, but my understanding has expanded, and that's a big win. Anyway, it is time to go to sleep. You guys have a blessed night. Good night.